Okay, so this could be part 1 to What If Deku Was Moon Knight? So let's get into it.
Do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
So before I start the what if, I want to thank you guys all for 2,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me, and I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you guys so much. I really appreciate every single one of you that has subscribed and watched my videos. It really means a lot. So this could be the 2K special. So this is What If Deku Was Moon Knight. So let's start. Oh, before I actually start, I want to say something. Like, I don't know entirely the full backstory of Moon Knight. Like, I did like research, and if I like mess up or like I miss a few things that are important to like Moon Knight's story, like backstory, I am sorry, but I just can't remember that well. I have bad memory, and I might tweaks like make like things up as well. Like, I'm gonna tweak a few things, or just change them entirely to like fit the story better. So yeah, so let's start. So when Deku was about 4 or 5 years old, he was taken to the quirk doctor to check if he had a quirk. And like in canon, the doctor would tell Deku that he didn't have a quirk. And like in canon, this shattered him. And when they went home, Deku was like really saddened by the fact that he doesn't have a quirk. And for the next like few weeks, he would be bullied by like his classmates because like he didn't have a quirk. And Deku was going into a really deep depression at like 5 years old, and his mom was like worried about him. And I'm gonna say that his dad was coming home, and I'm gonna say that his dad is an archaeologist. Yeah, so he's an archaeologist, and I would say that Deku's mom would call him and like tell him about Deku, like about that he doesn't have a quirk, and he's like going into a deep depression. And the father would say that he would come home and like try to cheer Deku up, and he will have a surprise for him. So I'm gonna say like a few days later, Deku is like still depressed and all that, and then I'm gonna say he's in his room, and then his mom would come in. She would like tell Deku to come to the living room and all and that, and Deku just like gets up from his bed and just walks towards the living room, like with a blank expression. And when he walks into the living room, like his eyes like widened with excitement to see his dad. And then he would run towards his dad and he would say like, Dad, you're here. And Hisashi would say like, yeah, I'm here, son. And Deku would start talking with his dad for a little bit, and then like his dad would bring up like the fact that he's quirkless. Then Deku would like look down and like kind of like start crying because of that. And Hisashi would say like, oh, don't worry, like I have something to take your mind off of it. And Deku would say, what is it? So then Hisashi would pull out a few tickets, like 3 of them, to like go, so all 3 of them can like go, or 2 of them, Deku and his mom would be able to go with Hisashi to his work, his next like to his work, and Deku would be excited along with Inko. Yeah, that's her name. Like, so they like all of them are excited, and like this would like actually cheer Deku up, like, but like it wouldn't like quote unquote cure his depression, but he still has it, but it's just he's just really excited. So a few days would go by, and no, actually I'm gonna say like 2 weeks would go by with like Hisashi and Deku like getting along and like catching up and all that. So like then like all three of them would go to, I'm gonna say that they would go to Egypt. Yeah, they would go to Egypt because that's where like Hisashi's job is gonna be at. And like since he's an archaeologist, he would like he would start like work, like I'm gonna say like there was a few more archaeologists there. I would say like there's like 4 of them, and I'm not gonna name them because they're not important. So like they would introduce themselves, and I would say like it's really hot. So like not Deku. I'm gonna say that his mom like brought like a little kiddie pool for Deku so he can swim in it, like in the middle of the desert, because like it's really hot and all that. And like while Deku was playing in the pool, like his mom is like watching him, and his dad is like working with the other archaeologists trying to find like fossils and like just I guess treasure, I guess. Yeah, like just ancient artifacts and all that. And I would say that Deku like would get out of the kiddie pool and like dry off and like try to find his dad without like telling his mom. No, he would tell his mom that he's gonna go look for his dad. And she would like agree, and she would say like don't wander off too far, and Deku would say like yeah, okay. So Deku like he would wander off, and he would try to look for his dad. But then like he would find his dad. And I must say that like as like he's like I'm gonna say like he's like 50 feet away from his dad, and I'm gonna say like it's like dusk, and then there would be like a sandstorm starting to form, and Hisashi would look to see Deku like about to get caught in the sandstorm. And I must say that that like they would all get caught in the sandstorm, Deku, Hisashi, and the other 4 archaeologists. Like they would get caught up in the sandstorm, and I would say like it'll get so big that Inko would like also get caught in the sandstorm, and Deku's just trying to find his dad and just trying to see. And I would say that the archaeologists, the 4 of them, would be able to get out of like the storm and like make it to like a jeep. Yeah, I would say like there was like another archaeologist that came to like help them out. So like all of them would return back to no, only like the archaeologists would like make it out. And I would say that Inko, Hisashi, and Deku are still in the storm. And I would say like the storm would like last for like 2 hours. I don't know if that's even possible, but I'm just saying that it does last for like 2 hours. And it's already nighttime. It's like really cold because like deserts get really cold at night. And basically Hisashi and Deku and Inko are like on the ground, like just shivering, and they're basically freezing to death. And Deku, like he's about to pass out, and like he does pass out, but his parents like actually died. So then I'll say like a few hours later, like Deku is still there, and then a couple of like local like people, yeah, like I can't remember, like I'm just trying to think of his backstory, like Moon Knight's backstory. But like I would say like a few people will like find Deku in the desert and like carry him to like to this temple to find like this ancient god, or like I can't remember what it was. I'm sorry, guys. But basically, Deku would like wake up and like in this temple, and like a few people would be there, and Deku would like say like, "Where am I?" And one of them, I would say like one of them is a man, and he would say like, "Don't worry, kid. Like you're safe. We found you in the middle of the desert, and we took you here." And let's say that Deku would say that, "Where's my mom? Like where's my dad?" And I'll say like there's three of them, and two of them are like females, and like one of them is a male, and they all look at each other, and with and they would say that like his parents didn't make it and they died because they froze to death, and Deku would get saddened, like he would start crying, and yeah, I will say that they would try to comfort Deku, but then like they would try to comfort Deku, but like Deku would keep on crying and like saying like he'll never be able to see his parents ever again. So yeah, I would say like nighttime would come, and Deku would still be in the temple along with the people. I'm gonna say like the people. No, I'm gonna say like the people actually left Deku there, and they didn't wake him up because like just for the story that they just left Deku at the temple, and it's actually even more cold inside the temple than it is outside. And Deku's freezing. He's actually about to die. And I'll say like one of the statues there. It was one of the statues was there, and he would actually start talking, or like telepathically start talking to Deku like in his mind, and he would say, "Boy, like I see you're suffering," and blah blah blah. I can't think straight right now. So, anyways, so Deku's like laying there. He's like slowly losing consciousness, and he's slowly dying. And Deku's like really sad that he's gonna die, but he doesn't really know that he's dying. But actually, no, I'm gonna say that he knows that he's about to die. But he's also kind of happy, so he can like be with his family again. And the one like the statue would say like, "Boy, like I feel some sympathy for you. So like, would you like to be reborn as my successor, or be left here to die?" And Deku, like with like a low voice, he would say like successor. What is that? And the statue or the god, I can't really remember. Like he would say that Deku would be reborn as his successor, and he would become powerful. And yeah, he would explain a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to tell you guys. So Deku would actually agree with the statue. So like he's kind of like hesitant at first, but he also does want to live. So Deku, like he would die, but then he would get reborn, or like I guess like brought back to life, a completely different person. Like he's still like Izuku Midoriya, but his like mentality, and I want to say like his voice is a little different. I want to say it's like deeper. So like he's still like Izuku Midoriya, just like his mentality is different, and his voice and the way he acts. So like immediately Deku would wake up, and the statue would say like, "Huh, you finally woke up. Now you must train to become strong, to become my successor." And Deku would say like, "Yes, sir." And he would actually like walk out of the temple. It's like, honestly, it's like 2 a.m, and Deku's just walking through the cold desert. He's not even flinching. He doesn't even feel like the cold. Like he's just like powering through it. Yeah. So eventually, I want to say like there was like an airport, or like, yeah, like an airport, like you would find like a town, or like also like a city, yeah, city, and there would be an airport, and he would actually like sneak on to one of the planes, and like he would read, like he would like know that it was going to Japan because he read like the like the flight number, like the airline number and all that. So he got on the plane which was going to Japan. And from that day on, like, I would say that Deku actually lost his memory. Like, he still knows his name. He just lost everything, like lost his like memories and all that. So Deku would make it back to Japan, and he would get to work. Basically, he would start like stealing. Not stealing. I would say he would start like by doing martial art training. And like I want to say like he would he would teach himself gymnastics, be acrobatics, just being agile basically. And I want to say he would start like making gadgets out of like junk, and they're not good, but they're something. Like it would actually help him in a fight. And I want to say like he would make brass knuckles, like the ones in the picture, but instead of like authentic ones, I want to say like it's just like a metal bar that he like bent into, and he would actually like have like nails sticking out of them. So like they're not, so like he's able to use them. They're not as strong as real brass knuckles, but they're like strong enough to like help him in a fight. So he would teach himself like all the martial arts that he can like think of. He's like really agile and all that. Then like I would say like he also teaches himself how to be stealthy. He's like a master of stealth. Not right now, but he will be later on. And I want to say that Deku would start stealing like technology from different like companies. I would say that he would actually steal technology from Momo, like in her family. Like he would steal technology. He would be able to like evade like the security and all that. He would actually steal technology from other companies to make his own gadgets. He'll like take apart like gadgets or like machines that he stole and like rebuild them into like different like smaller gadgets and all that. I want to say that he would actually start working on his suit. Actually, no, he wouldn't start working on his suit. No, actually, he would. It's not like it would just be like a white shirt, like a white long sleeve shirt with like a cut up hoodie to like make it like to have like the hood and make it look like he has a cape. To like just to keep in mind that he's still like a kid. He's not even 10 yet. So his suit is not that good looking, but it's something. And for like his pants, I would say like he just has like white sweatpants and like I would say like some, you know what, I'm gonna give him some black Jordans. There you go, some black Jordans. And he would have, I want to say like grayish whitish blackish gloves, I guess. And he would also have a ski mask, like a white ski mask, so you can see. And basically that would be like his suit for now. And over the years he would like be able to steal more technology from different companies. And he would also be fighting crime. I would say he would start fighting crime at the age of 10 with his like suit. And like he would actually be on the news like frequently because he's like fighting like criminals, and he's actually beating them like to the point like they're almost like nearly dead, or like they look like they're dead but they're like critically injured and all that. So like they're like everyone is just wondering who this guy is, or like who this kid is, because like they think it's a kid, because like of how like short Deku is. I want to say like Deku's like just 5 foot for a 10-year-old. I don't know how, like the average height for a 10-year-old is, but I'm gonna just say he's 5 foot. So like they think that that's a kid because of how short the person is. But like so like Deku would have like better like gadgets. I'm gonna say like he would have his own version of like bat rings, which are like moon darts or like moon. I can't remember the name or like of like his moons. I can't remember. Sorry, I can't think straight. But he does have his own like version of throwing stars, which are like moon shaped rings. And he would be able to throw them. I would say like he has like regular ones. I'm gonna say like explosives, and one like that had like that is basically a taser. Like he throws it and like amounts of electricity would like shock the opponent, and like I'm gonna say like shocks them, so like they would be paralyzed, not forever, but just like for a few like minutes and all that. So Deku like would get like better and better, like better technology, and he would also get better and better in like combat, agility, stealth, all like basically every skill, like any skill he can think of, like he would like, get better at it. And yeah, I'll say like Deku is 15, and he's stolen so many like technology. So like he actually made like his own vehicle. And just for clarification, I'm gonna just say that Deku lives in an abandoned warehouse, and like that's where like his technology is. He has like prototypes of like different like machines or like gadgets and all that. And I'm gonna say that Deku, his suit basically looks like the picture. Yeah, I'm gonna say like Deku is not as tall as Moon Knight, because I think Moon Knight's like 6'4". But I'm gonna just say that Deku's 5'10", but he's like basically built like Moon Knight. So yeah, and I'm gonna say like almost every hero has tried to catch Deku because he's a vigilante, and like being a vigilante is illegal. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, so like all the heroes have been trying to catch him, including Endeavor, but Deku has been able to like lose the heroes, or like beat them in like a fight. And sometimes he would just like run away from like high like more ranked heroes like Endeavor. He can't fight Endeavor, like not right now. And he would just like run away from like higher ranked heroes, but he would also like kind of like slow them down with like his gadgets and all that. I must say that he also has some grenades, like smoke grenades, flash grenades and all that. So Deku, I would say like eventually it would get so bad, so like they would actually bring in All Might to catch Deku. And Deku's actually made his name like Moon Knight. Like people know him as Moon Knight. So yeah. So All Might would get called in to like try to track down Moon Knight, basically Deku. And All Might is on patrol at night because they told him that that's when Moon Knight likes to do his vigilante work. And basically, like I would say like there's a few thugs in like an alleyway about to do some no stuff that I can't say on YouTube to a girl. Yeah, I can't say that stuff, and that might look bad because of like the problem that we have in the What If community. So actually they won't do that. I want to just say like they're just like harassing her in an alleyway. So then this is when All Might would he would be watching from like above, or like from afar, like in a like from a different building, and then he would see Deku, like running from building to building, and I would say he would jump off a really high building, and he would use his cape to glide down, and like when he uses his cape to glide down, it takes like a form of a moon. So yeah. So like Deku glides down, and like he glides down in front of like the thugs, and they, like one of them would say like yo, it's Moon Knight, and another one would say like, well, really, like oh, like it's the guy like that we see on the news and all that, and another guy would say like, huh, like he doesn't even look that strong, I can probably take him out. And Deku would say like, I'd like to see you try. And the guy would say like, what did you say, punk? And he would charge at Deku. I'm gonna say that he throws he pulls out a knife, and he tries to slash at Deku, but Deku would dodge this. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, so the guy would slash at Deku. Deku would dodge the attack, and I'm gonna say Deku would uppercut the man in the stomach, and he would get sent flying like up. And then Deku would jump up, and like he would be on top of the man and like do like a kick. He would like kick the man down towards the ground, and the other two men would like charge in to help their friend, like the other thug, out. But Deku would like be able to dodge their attacks. I will say that he would start breaking their arms, so like they wouldn't be able to use their arms. I want to say like he would break like their ribs. He's just trying like he's just brutal. Like he's just bringing like being brutal towards the thugs. And like I'll say they like you can hear like the bones cracking, and like the thugs screaming out in pain, and like they're begging Deku to stop and all that, but Deku's not listening at all. So yeah, eventually they would like all of them would just pass out from like the pain, and Deku, I'm gonna say like he has like blood on like his forearms, and it looks like he just murdered like people people and all that. Yeah, it just looks like he just murdered someone. And I must say that like Deku would like turn around, and he would look at the lady, and he would say like, are you okay? And are you okay? Are you hurt? And the lady would say, no, like thank you, Moon Knight. And Deku would say, don't mention it, run off, and like I'll take care of like this and all that. Like, yeah, so the lady would run off, and Deku would like put the thugs on like almost like, and like behind like the dumpster, so like no one can like find them. He would just leave the bodies like leaned against like the wall of like the alleyways. And then as he's about to like walk off, like All Might will like be in front of him, and then Deku would like get caught off guard. Deku would jump back, and he would like pull out some moon rings. He would throw them at All Might, but All Might would just dodge him. And then All Might would appear behind Deku. Deku would turn around, but then Deku would get punched in the face, and he would get sent flying towards a wall. And Deku would get back up. He would charge at All Might, and All Might would like keep on dodging Deku's attacks because like All Might is way faster than Deku. But I would say that Deku is like every time like he misses, he like speeds, like he puts more like power again like in his punches, and he would like start moving a lot faster, and to the point like All Might is actually trying not to get hit. Like All Might is actually trying, and Deku is like basically moving like at superhuman levels, and Deku is like his reflexes are like superhuman, and so like All Might, every time All Might would try to hit Deku would dodge the attacks. And yeah, eventually All Might would get the upper hand. Like by like old Deku would jump up in the air, and he would use like almost like he has a grappling hook, and so he would shoot like he would use his hook to to like get on top of All Might, but All Might would like see this coming, and he would actually like grab Deku by the face and like slam him towards the ground, and Deku would cough up he would cough, and I would say like a little bit of blood will like come out of his mouth, and like you can kind of see it through the mask, and All Might would say like, "Whoa, I didn't mean to hurt you that bad, like are you okay?" Deku would get up, and he would say like, "Yeah, I'm fine, like why did you come here?" And All Might would say like, being a vigilante is illegal. I came here to tell you that you can either turn yourself into the police or like give up being a vigilante. And Deku would say like, "That's not gonna happen." And All Might would say like, "Well, it's your choice. You're going to the cops now." And Deku would say like, "I don't think so." And I'm gonna say that Deku has a motorcycle. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he calls up his motorcycle on speed dial. Not really. He just has like a button on his like suit. So like he called like his motorcycle would like appear, and Deku would get on it, and he would like drive away, and All Might would like be going after Deku. And I would say like this like his motorcycle is like really high tech, so that it's going like faster than any other motorcycle. And All Might is having a hard time like trying to like keep Deku in his view, because like the motorcycle is moving really fast. And this is what is it? Like not like this is not Prime All Might. This is like injured All Might. So like he's a lot slower than he's meant to be. So I want to say that eventually All Might would just lose like sight of Deku, and Deku would just return back to his like secret base. And like he would take off his hood and then his mask, and he would cough up a little bit more blood. He would take off his suit he would just take off his suit, and he would see like bruises on his like stomach and on his face, and so he would like bandage himself up, and like he would continue working on his tech. I want to say that he's working on a jet. Yeah. And yeah, so I just remembered like an important part of Moon Knight's story, which is like his he has schizophrenia. I just realized that, and he has like a lot of different like personalities. I just realized that, and I didn't incorporate that in his like backstory. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. So I'm gonna say that Deku, I would say like he's like 14 right now, and he would actually start like selling off his inventions, like his machines, like vehicles and all that. He would like start making gadgets for like different companies. Like he would also sell gadgets like to companies, and he would actually start making a business. And I'm gonna say that his I guess his different personality. I'll say like I can't think of a name. I'm gonna just say it's Izuku. Just Izuku. He just goes by Izuku. And yeah. So he like starts like making his own company, and people like he would start hiring people to like make technology for his company. And like from just from like the start, it has gotten really popular, and like it's gotten like a lot of like good ratings and all that for like their weapons, just like their high tech in general. And by this, Deku has been able to make more gadgets for himself, and upgrade his suits. And like from like this, I'm gonna say that I already said that his suit was like this. I'm gonna say like his suit is like a little bit different. I'm gonna say like the only difference is I'm gonna say like it's more bulletproof than it was before. And yeah, so like Deku like would be working for his business, and everyone wants to buy like technology from like his business, like his company. And I'll just say that I'm gonna say the company name is like Knight in just I can't even say that word, Industries, or like Knight Incorporated. You guys can choose between Knight Incorporated or Knight like Industries or like a different name. I don't really know. So yeah, you guys can decide on his company name. So like Deku, I'm gonna say that he would be like on patrol like usual, like every night. He will be taking down like low level thugs and all that. And I would say that like he would also see like a few heroes on patrol, and like those heroes would try to like fight Deku, but Deku would just like be able to like take them out because they're not that strong, and he can predict like their moves and all that. And I would say like it's the next day, and Deku would hear about the entrance exams for UA, for UA, and Deku will like look up like UA, because like he lost his memories when he was younger, so he doesn't remember UA. So like he would look up UA high school, and it would pop up as a hero school. And Deku would actually consider like trying out for the the entrance exams. So I'm gonna say that he would actually get a recommendation, but I'm gonna say that he didn't take the recommendation. So he wanted to prove himself, like so he can see himself as strong enough to be in UA. So for the next 10 months, he would train like a lot more than he usually does to be prepared. He does still do patrol, but he just like his training is a lot like more brutal. Yeah, I guess you can say. And like no one at his company knows that he's Moon Knight. I'm just gonna say that. But like I'm gonna say like a few people are like suspicious of Deku, and like the way he acts and the way he talks. Like they start to suspect that Deku might be Moon Knight, but they're not 100% sure. So they just like don't like think about it. And yeah. So for the next 10 months, Deku trains, like I said. And you would also like you would make more gadgets for those 10 months, but Deku would then realize that he couldn't like bring in like his gadgets in those entrance exam. So yeah, so like he would like be disappointed in that. So like he just says like whatever, I can still get in by using like brute strength. So Deku, I would say like Deku is 6'1". Yeah, I'm gonna just say like Deku's 6 foot and he's 15. And like I said, he basically looks like Moon Knight, like in the picture, like that, like bulky, like or just really strong, I guess. So everyone would just look at Deku, and Deku like looks like he looks older than he is. I would say that he looks like 18. And I would say like while he's like taking the written test, Ida would comment on, like he would like talk like yell to Deku to get out of here, because like you look older than like 15 and all that. And Deku would like stand up and he would say like, shut up, I'm 15. And Ito to like, you're lying, and then President Mike would like tell them to sit down, and he would also tell Ito that he is 15, and he like, while he does look like he's like older, he is 15, so he's allowed to be here. And Ito would apologize, and Deku to like, whatever, just don't do it again. And President Mike would continue on with the lecture, and the written test, it's easy for Deku. He has no problem with it. He aces it. He like finishes in like 10 minutes. And like, everyone, like, President Mike is shocked that there's like a kid like finished the test in 10 minutes. So then Deku would walk outside, and he would be waiting for the robot test to begin. Eventually, like, other people would start showing up. Yeah, like, other people would start showing up, and they would all get separated into different like different arenas. And like, I would say like, everyone is in, like everyone is at their own arena, and Deku is like in the back, and then he would like start like making his way to the front. And like, Ida like thinks that Deku is gonna like talk to Uraraka like in canon. So he would stop Deku, and he would say like, "Are you gonna why are you gonna distract that girl? She could be nervous, and like, you're just gonna ruin her chances and all of that." And Deku would say like, "First of all, like, don't touch me. Second of all, I'm not gonna talk to her. Just because I'm walking towards the front doesn't mean I'm gonna talk to her." And to like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, my apologies." And Deku to like, "You don't have to apologize. Just don't do it again." And Deku would just walk up towards the front. I would say like, he's next to Uraraka, but not like super close. But like, he's close, like close enough so Uraraka could notice him. And then President Mike would like tell everyone like that the test has started, and he like opens the gates, and immediately everyone would like rush off. And Deku would start running as well, and he's like faster than everyone. He's faster than everyone there except Ida. I don't say like he's slower than Ida by like, not by a lot, but Ida can tell that like, Ida can like is thinking that that Deku is really fast, and he thought that he was the only one that had like a speed-based quirk. So like, Deku, he's running around. He's destroying robots after robot, and he's like destroying them like using like things that he can find, like pipes. He uses them like bow staffs, and like smaller pipes he uses them as like katanas, knives, and all that. And I was like, he would actually bend like a small metal bar to use as brass knuckles, and he would start punching the robots, destroying them and getting more points. And everyone that's watching, like in like the like everyone like every like hero like slash teacher is like watching Deku, and they're just amazed of how like skilled Deku is. And he's like one of them would say like, he like, his fighting style seems familiar, don't you think? And then other like teachers would say like, "Oh yeah, like where have I seen that like fighting style before? Like, it seems similar." And then like, All Might would realize that like, he recognizes that like that fighting style immediately, and he realizes that that's Moon Knight. And All Might is just thinking like, why is like Moon Knight here? And I didn't know. I thought Moon Knight was an adult. I never knew he was a kid. And that like, All Might would keep this to himself, and Deku would just continue on destroying the robots. And like, once like the 0 pointer would come out like in canon, and Deku was about to like run away, but then he would hear Uraraka like screaming for help. So Deku would he would rush towards Uraraka. He would pick up the rubble and throw it to the side and pick Uraraka up. And he would run towards like the side of a building and like putting her like leaning her against the wall. And he would tell her to like wait here, and he'll take care of the robot. Then Deku would run off, and he would actually start like running running like on the side of the walls, and the robot would try to grab Deku, but like Deku would like dodge. Like he would like run, like, jump and like get on top of the robot's hand, and just start running on the robot's arm. And the robot, like, he would use its other arm to like try to grab Deku, but Deku would just jump on that arm. And then he would like he's high enough, so he jumps off the other hand, and he would like punch the head of the robot, making like a huge dent, and he would just like like break through like the metal and start pulling out the wires of the robot, and the robot's head would basically explode, and the robot would fall and make like a huge like crater and like a huge shockwave, and everyone is like is just waiting for Deku to come out, and they just see like a piece of metal flying towards a building, and they see a hole, and then they would see Deku come out. I'm gonna say like he was wearing like a regular shirt, and like it's all burned, like some of it is like burned off, and like he would have a few burn marks like on his arm and on his leg. Sorry about that. Anyways, so then he would like pick up Uraraka and like take her to Recovery Girl, and he would also get healed by Recovery Girl. Then he would be waiting for like his letter. So Deku would he would just like be waiting for like the next week, so he can like see his results, and he's just training, and then eventually he would get his his results, and it would be like a hologram of All Might, like in canon, and All Might would say that he scored like 250 points, and he got the highest in the entrance exam. And All Might would also tell Deku that he would like to meet with him in private at UA, like the day before class start, like school starts. So Deku would just say like, okay, whatever, and he would turn off the hologram and like go to sleep. And the next day, it's like the day before school starts, so Deku would like arrive at UA. I'm gonna say that Nezu, Aizawa, and All Might are there. And then Nezu would say like, "Ah, you must be Izuku, you must be Izuku, right?" And Deku would say, "Yeah, I am. Like, All Might called me here, so what is this about?" Then Aizawa would say like, if you think that you're in trouble, you're not. We just wanted to talk to you. Like, just follow us." And Deku would say, "Okay." So Deku would follow Nezu, Aizawa, and All Might there. Almost like they would go to Nezu's office. Nezu would sit down in his chair. Aizawa and All Might would be standing behind Deku. And Nezu would tell Deku to take a seat. Deku does. And Aizawa is like using his quirk on Deku. Like, Deku knows this, but like Aizawa is like saying like I know I'm using my quirk, but like, how is this quirk not turned off? Like how's my quirk not working on him? And like he's just singing about that. And All Might is just thinking like, if this is Moon Knight, like we can actually like take him to the police. But like, why would he apply to like a hero? Why would he apply to UA? This is a hero school. Maybe he wants to become a real hero. Well, maybe, like, I don't really know. And Nezu and Deku would be talking. And then Nezu would bring up the question, are you Moon Knight? And Deku would say like, yeah, I am. And like Aizawa would he would wrap Deku in his scarf, and like he would say like, I knew there was something about you that I didn't like. And All Might would say like, calm down, Aizawa. And he would say like, all right, and Deku, like he would get like he would unwrap the scarf from Deku, and Nezu would say like why did you become a vigilante? And Deku, like he didn't want, like he just says that he was given a chance to become a hero, and he took that opportunity. So he started to like practice. He started to teach himself like ways to fight. Sorry. Anyways, so he would start explaining like his whole backstory, and he would also say that his parents died and he's been on his own since ever since. And they would like kind of feel sympathy for him because it wasn't his fault that his parents died and he became like this. And yeah. So Deku, or not Deku, Nezu would say like, oh, so since you're Moon Knight, like why did you apply to UA? And Deku would say like, I want to become a real hero. I don't want like police after me just because I do like like I let me like I can't think straight. Let me say that again. So Deku would say like, I want to become a real hero. I don't want the cops chasing after me every single time I do something. And Nezu would say, I see. Well, you got accepted and you're in the highest class for the first years. And Deku would say, really? And Nezu would say, yeah. Your teacher is right there, Mr. Aizawa. Deku would turn around and he would say like, oh, so you're my teacher? Aizawa would say, yeah, I am. And Deku would ask Aizawa like what they're going to be doing for like what they're going to be doing tomorrow for the first day. Then Aizawa would say like, you'll see, you'll see like on the first day of school. Deku would say, all right. And All Might would like Deku would would make his way towards the door, and All Might would like stop Deku, and Deku would say, what is it, All Might? And All Might would say like, I would like to tell you something. And I want to say that Nezu and Aizawa do know about All Might's Small Might form. So All Might would like buff down towards the Small Might form, and Deku would say like, well, this is new. I didn't expect this. And All Might would explain his injury, and he would also like tell Deku if he wants to be his successor to One For All. And Deku would say, no, I don't want to become your successor, All Might. I'm already someone's successor, and I don't want to be another one. And All Might would say like, are you sure? Like, this is a rare opportunity, and you're not gonna get another opportunity like this. Deku would say like, I know, and I don't care. Like, I want to be a hero with my own power. And I want to say that All Might would say like, what is your quirk? Deku would say, I don't have one. And then they would all be shocked, and they would say like, you don't have a quirk? And Aizawa would say like, oh, that's why my quirk wasn't working on you. You don't have one. Deku would say, yeah. Like I said earlier, I just trained really hard, and I learned how to do martial arts, how to be stealthy and be acrobatic. And they're amazed that Deku is quirkless, but they're also kind of like worried for Deku because like this is a hero school, and like people here are allowed to use their quirks, and they're kind of like thinking that they should kick Deku out because they don't want him to get hurt. But then again, they would also think that he's Moon Knight, like he's taking down villains that some heroes couldn't even take down. So like they would like just say that, well, since you're like, they would tell Deku that since he's quirkless, like they would give him an opportunity to be in UA, and like if it seems too dangerous, like they would have to like kick him out of school. And Deku would just say, okay, like I've fought like villains stronger than any student here, so I don't think that it's gonna be that hard. and then Deku would walk off, and he would open the door and leave, and Nezu would say like, "Huh, the kid's interesting. I would like to see him, like what kind of hero he would become." So Deku would walk home, like he would walk home. Deku, like, I don't say like Deku just lives in a mansion and on top of a mountain. Like he lives on his own. And then he would just like he would start training again, and he would like, and then the next day would come. It would be the what would it be? Yeah, I forgot. It's the first day of school. So Deku is making his way to UA. I'm gonna say that he has special permission to use like his vehicles. So he uses his motorcycle to get there. But I would say it's a different motorcycle. It looks more like modern. It doesn't really look like really like high tech. It just looks like a modern like motorcycle, but it has like a lot of high tech in it. So Deku is using that motorcycle to get a UA, and he parks it in the parking lot. And people are just wondering like who is that? Is that another teacher? And they would see that it's Deku, and they would say like, "Oh, it's the kid from the entrance exam," and they would start whispering and say like, "Oh yeah, like I wonder what quirk he has. Like it must be a strong one because like I was there when he like took down the 0-pointer." And then other people would say like, "Wait, he took down the 0-pointer? That's crazy." And they would just like start like whispering. Deku would get annoyed because he could hear them. And Deku would say, "Can you all shut up? Like I can hear you." And, like, yes, I took down the 0-pointer. Like big deal. It wasn't even that hard. Anyone could have done that. And Deku would just walk off, and he would make it to class 1A, where he meets everyone, and he would see Bakugo and Ida arguing, and Bakugo would like look at Deku, and Deku would look at him, and I'm gonna say like Bakugo would kind of remember Deku. Like I'm gonna say like his hair is like dark, like I'm gonna say like it's like more black than green. No, I'm gonna say like it's still. I'm gonna say it's still green, but like a hint of black in his hair. So yeah. So then, like not Deku, Uraraka would like come up to Deku and like thank him for saving her, and Deku would say like it was no problem. Then he would say like, "Yo, like Mr. Aizawa, are you gonna teach us? Are you gonna teach us, or you're gonna just stay there sleeping?" And Aizawa would say like, "Huh, you knew I was here?" Deku would say, "Yeah, I know. I noticed you since I walked in." And then everyone would be like shocked and say like, "Wait, who are you?" And Deku would say like, "He's Mr. Aizawa. He's our teacher." Then Aizawa would say like, yeah, that's right. Like today we're gonna do a physical test, and whoever gets last would be expelled, and everyone would start saying like, "But don't we have orientation?" And Aizawa would say like, "We don't need to do that. Real heroes don't waste their time like that. Like I said, we're having a test. Put these uniforms on and meet me outside in 10 minutes." So Deku would like grab a uniform and like walk off, and then the rest of the class would do the same. Everyone is changing. Deku is he's like the strongest one there. He's the most ripped. And I would say Kirishima would say like how did you get so strong? And Deku would say like just training really hard. And Ojiro would actually come up to Deku as well, and he would say like, do you do some kind of martial arts? And Deku would say, "Yeah, I studied 20 different martial arts." No, I almost think he studies more. I'm gonna say 30 for now. He said he knows how to do 30 different martial arts. And Ojiro was like, "You know 30 different martial arts? That's impressive. I only know one." And Deku would say like, "Oh really? Like by the looks at it, I think you just know how to do kung fu." Which I don't even know if Ojiro knows how to do kung fu. I don't even know what martial arts he does. I just know he does martial arts. I'll just say that. I'll just say he just knows karate. And Ojo would say like, yeah, how can you tell? And Deku would say that by the way you're built, usually like people with like that study karate are more lean. Like they work on like more of their legs than they do on their arms. And Ojo would say like, yeah, you're right. Like do you know how to do karate? Deku would say like, yeah, I do. I know different, like I said, I know 30 different martial arts. Then Deku would finish like changing and like walk off. Then everyone like would walk out outside. And Todoroki is like interested in Deku, not like that. Like he's just curious about Deku. And then Aizawa would like throw a ball to Deku, and he would say like, throw this, and like, what was your farthest softball throw in middle school? And then he realizes that Deku didn't go to middle school because he was like he lived on his own. Then he says like, never mind, just throw this ball with like all the strength you have. Deku would say like, all right. I'm gonna say that he would throw it and it would get just, I'm gonna say since he's superhuman, I would say that it would get 600 meters. I'll just say 600 meters. And Aizawa would say, good. Now, like I said, like if any of you guys come in the last place, you are expelled. And everyone would be shocked by this. They would like start complaining. Deku would just look at Aizawa, and he can tell that Aizawa is lying. And then Deku would continue on with the tests. Deku he wouldn't like get first place in all of them. He would get first place in like the strength, like the grip test, speed. I'm gonna say he would get third, and so on and so forth. Overall, I'm gonna say Deku got second place overall. And Aizawa was impressed because like he knows that Deku doesn't have a quirk, and he managed to get second place. And so Aizawa would say like, I was lying, no one's getting expelled. And they would all like have like a sigh of relief. Then Deku would say like, you guys didn't know he was lying? And they would all say, no, we didn't. And Momo would like come in, and she would say like, I thought it was pretty obvious. And Deku would say, yeah, it was obvious. And Aizawa would say like, huh, you knew I was lying? Deku would say, yeah. And then the next day, or like the day would end, then the next day would come. Everyone's in class. Then All Might would appear, like in canon. And he would tell everyone to suit up. I'm gonna just say that. Should I make Deku reveal his identity as Moon Knight to Class 1A? I don't really know. For now, like right now, he's not. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, right now he's not going to. And I'm gonna say he has a different hero suit. So no one knows that he's Moon Knight. I'm gonna say like he just has like. His suit looks like the picture, but without the mask, hood, without like the moon symbol, and like without like the belt, like the thing across like his waist, and like the brass knuckles, he doesn't have those. And I'm gonna say it's like white and black, not like a grayish whitish color. I'm gonna say it's white and black. So like some people like compare it to like Moon Knight's costume, and Deku say like, yeah, I can see some similarities, but his costume looks a little more like different than mine. And everyone would say like, yeah, that's true. So then All Might would start explaining what they're gonna be doing, and they like, I don't say Momo and Deku are the team, or the heroes. and I'm gonna say Bakugo and Todoroki are the villains. So then All Might would say like, all right, let the exercise begin. So Bakugo, Todoroki, they would walk like into the building. Todoroki would give a glare towards Deku. Deku would give off a glare towards Todoroki. And Momo would say like, "Are you okay?" And Deku would say, "Yeah." Like, I don't know what that guy's deal is with me. Like he's been like staring at me, and I don't not really know why. And she would say like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." But anyway, we got to think of a plan to like win this. Deku would say, "Okay, what like I can be a distraction while you like touch the bomb." And Momo would say like, "Yeah, but we're gonna need more than that." And, like that's just a basic strategy, and they'll probably think of that too. So Deku would like think of a plan. And I'm gonna say that they would walk in, and as they're discussing a plan, this is when Bakugo would like shoot out from the corner. He would throw an explosion. Deku would push Momo out the way, and he would get hit by the explosion. He would get sent back, but then he would do a backflip and land on his feet. Bakugo would say like, "Huh, so you're able to withstand my explosions. Let's see how you do with these explosions." And he would start shooting more explosions at Deku. Deku would be dodging them. He would be like kicking Bakugo and punching Bakugo. Bakugo would start to get really mad, and he would start throwing bigger and bigger explosions at Deku. Momo, like I must say that Deku, while Bakugo like did an explosion, like that acted like a smoke screen, so like Deku can tell Momo to like run and go get like try to look for the bomb. So Momo ran off to look for the bomb, and Bakugo and Deku are fighting already. And Deku would like kick Bakugo in the face, and Bakugo would get sent flying towards like the roof. And Bakugo would he would get like dazed by this, but like not a lot. So he would regain his conscious, or like he would like return to the fight. He would throw more explosions. Then he would say like, "I've had enough," and he would like pull his pin for his gauntlets, and it would make a huge explosion like in cannon. Deku like would block this, and like I would say like his forearm armor, like his his forearm is burnt, like his hero suit is like burned off from his forearm. And then Deku would say like, "All right, like that's it." So Deku would rush towards Bakugo, and Bakugo like couldn't even see Deku, and Deku would like punch Bakugo in the chest so hard that he would get sent flying towards the opposite side of the hallway of the building. He would like make a crater in the wall, and he would pass out. So yeah, then Deku would run towards Bakugo and capture him with the capture tape. So he would like be eliminated. Ame would say like that like Bakugo is now out of the match because he was captured. Now Deku would run off towards Momo. While he's running, Momo would like call him by like the earpiece that they have. She would say that that the bomb is in this room that I found, that I'm in, or like I'm at right now. So Deku would say like, "Okay, what floor are you at?" She would say like, "The top floor." Deku would say, "All right, I'm on my way." Then he would start running faster, and he would eventually get there. I want to say that Momo would say like, "The bomb's in here, but we need a distraction." Deku would say like, "I'll be the distraction, and you can get the bomb." And Momo would say like, "Oh, okay." So Deku would kick the door down, and as he did that, Todoroki would shoot ice at Deku. Deku would use the door as like a shield, so like the ice would freeze the door instead of him. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, so Todoroki would shoot an ice attack at Deku, Deku would block it by using the door, and the ice would freeze over the door instead of him. Then Deku would rush towards Todoroki. Todoroki would put up an ice wall. Then this was like Deku gave a signal to Momo so she can like run past him and like go for the bomb. And Deku would keep on distracting Todoroki by like trying to attack him. But then so yeah. Then eventually Momo would get through Todoroki, like get past Todoroki, and she would touch the bomb. And All Might would announce that the hero team has won. So yeah. So the next day, they're on the bus to the USJ. Deku, he's on like at the front of the bus where Aizawa is. Like he's not sitting next to Aizawa. He's like Aizawa's sitting on like the right side of the bus and Deku's sitting on the left side. So like they're in like the same like row, but like they're on like opposite sides of the bus. So they would arrive, and Deku like to 13 would be there, and she would start explaining what the USJ is. And while she's explaining, Deku would look down the stairs, and he would see a portal opening up, and he would see villains coming out of it, and he would like see one of them, and he would recognize like a few of them that he's like fought these villains before. So he recognizes like a few of them, but not all of them. So Deku would tell Aizawa about the villains, and Aizawa would say like, all right, like 13 protect the students, and Deku would say like, I can help Aizawa. And Aizawa would look at him, and he would say, all right, just be careful. And Deku would say like, I know, I will. So both of them would jump down the stairs, and they would start fighting the villains. And Deku is not holding back at all, and he's just going, like he's not breaking their bones, but he's like punching them so hard that they're just like getting like knocked out immediately. Like he's not holding anything back right now, and he's just sending like people flying across the USJ. And Aizawa sees this, and he's like thinking like, dang, like I never knew that Deku or like Izuku was this strong. I'm pretty sure he's stronger than me, which he is. So Deku would continue fighting the villains. Then Shigaraki would get annoyed, and he would tell the Nomu to like go after Deku. Then the Nomu would appear in front of Deku. The Nomu would grab Deku by like the right arm, and he would throw him across the USJ. Deku, like he would get sent flying, and he would like crash into like a wall. Then the Nomu would appear in front of him again, and the Nomu would pick him up and like drop kick him towards the other side of the USJ. And right now Deku's like rib cage is like destroyed, along with like his spine is like snapped in half, basically. And Deku's like fighting through the pain. But he's still fighting. I'm gonna say that he has his gadgets on right now. So he's throwing like moon rings at the Nomu, and they're cutting the Nomu's skin, but it's just regenerating. So then Deku would start using like the explosives and the electricity ones, and they do some damage, but they're not like strong enough to like stop the Nomu. Then Shigaraki would say that you can't defeat it. It was made to kill All Might. And then Deku was thinking, since like it's made to kill All Might, like All Might has a weakness, so this means that the Nomu has a weakness too. So Deku would like look for a weak spot, and he would spot the brain, and he would say like, that's the weak point. So he would get up, he would charge towards the Nomu. The Nomu would like throw a punch. Deku would dodge it in the nick of time. He would like do some parkour stuff, and he would like land on top of the Nomu's head, and the Nomu was trying to like shake him off, and but Deku would like use like 2 moon rings to stab into the Nomu's like brain, and he's just like stabbing into the Nomu's brain. Eventually the Nomu will like die, And then like I'm gonna say Aizawa was having a little more trouble with the villains, so Deku would come to help Aizawa, and they both of them would take care of him. And while this is happening, Shigaraki and Kirigiri would leave, and this is when like the rest of the heroes would appear or would arrive, and everyone would get like every villain that was there would get arrested, except for Shigaraki and Kirigiri. So I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys like this my 2K special. I know like I said like at the beginning of the video, I don't know like the whole story of Moon Knight, and like I said in like the middle of it, I forgot about like Moon Knight's schizophrenia and like he has a lot of personalities and all that. I forgot about that. I'm really sorry. So like, anyways, so like I said, I hope you guys like this part. Thank you guys for 2K subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.